Hello, everyone. Can you hear me and see me? Okay. All right, thank you. Sarah, please turn your screen off so that we can get a full view here. Thank you. Sarah's on helping me with the tech. And I see her screen in front, so I just want to ask her to move that to the back or log off that. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Finally, the day that I have been dreaming of for a long time is here. And as we get started, I would love to check in with you and just get a sense of where everyone's from. And if you could just write in the chat where you're from, where you're calling from, tuning in from, I'd love to get a sense of everyone. Oh, hi, Karen from Pompano Beach. Yay. Liana from Toronto, Alex from Romania, Mark from Spokane. These are coming fast. I'm just taking in what I can. Dave's here from Wales, Jen from Nova Scotia, Jism from Stockholm, Sweden, Steve from Vermont, Iris from Silver Spring. Oh, wonderful. Anne from Sweden, Marjorie from Maryland, Kelly from Potomac, Maryland. That's really close by. Lainey from Baltimore, Bet from Ottawa, Harmony from West Canada. Oh, hi, everybody. Lana from Phoenix. Yay. Oh, welcome. I'm welcoming you all in to this space here today. I am Tami Mensh. I am the creator and founder of this event. And I just want to say this is my first annual Emerging Consciousness Festival. And we have a lot of great things planned for you. I just wanted to check in with you again, just to get a sense of what kind of work do you do in the world? I just want to know who's here with us and maybe what your interests are and what you're here for. So just, fire that off. Liana is a nurse. Oh, great. Welcome, Liana. It's great work, important work that you're doing in the world. Thank you for that. Charlotte is currently unemployed, but normally live music. That's wonderful. I can't wait to get back to live music again. Kathy, an executive coach. Hi, Kathy. Katie teaches Tai Chi. Amazing. Mindy in commercial real estate. Excellent. Thank you so much. Alex, and compliance analyst. Mark, an artist. Dave, a meaning of life coach. Welcome, welcome. Bet, a therapist. Deb is about music festivals. Me too, and the beach, yes. Marjorie, a psychotherapist. Oh, look at all these amazing vocations and what gifts you all are putting into the world. And I'm taking all of these in, and although I can't read them all here, I'm going to go back and read the chat and really get a sense of everyone that's here right now. So as a transformative coach, my vision is to help transform the world for the better, one person, one action at a time, to create a ripple effect of positivity throughout the world. And transformation is different than change. Transformation happens on every level and it is not reversible. It's not like changing just one habit. It's when you're living that, you are that, and there's just no going back. We transform through our challenges, through our wounds, through dipping into new places and stretching out of our comfort zone to access parts of ourselves that we may not even know existed. And so we're here to bring that all out in this festival. And we've made this free because we believe this content is so important that we want to just give it to everyone in the world without any barriers. And it's no accident that this festival is about awakening that's taking place here in the Northern Hemisphere. It's the spring equinox, and spring is emerging. Everything is coming to life. You can see the sun is pouring through my windows right now, just outside the DC area. And I hope that you are receiving and you feel this powerful energy too. So, wonderful, welcome into this space. First, I would like to take some time to share my own story, my own emerging consciousness journey with you and how this festival came to be. Then we will enter the liminal space together, and I will introduce you to some practices that can help you open up to all that is available to receive here. So as long as I can remember, I have been a seeker, searching for I did not know what, and having a longing that I did not understand. I remember hearing the word self-actualization for the first time and having no idea what that word meant, but saying, I want that, not understanding it at all. And I was the first person in my family, the first in my family to go to college. And I didn't have much direction or guidance. And I didn't know how to declare my major or how to direct myself. And I was just all over the place. I was a multi-passionate person and taking random classes. And I really didn't make the most of that educational opportunity. And I went from starting out my college experience as undecided and graduating as general studies, which I don't even know they have that major anymore. So nothing really landed for me during that time. And shortly after college, I was taking a trip out west in Arizona to visit family. And I was driving across the state of Arizona with my grandmother. I was driving and she was riding in the car. And we were doing a little road trip across the desert. And I'd never been to that part of the country before. And just then, the song Heartland by U2, you may know it, it's off of the amazing Joshua Tree album, played on the radio. And I don't know, it was just like the right song at the right time, at the right place. And just something felt inside of me just clicked. And so we, ended up, we went back to the place that we were staying. And I was visiting with someone and I pulled a book off the shelf that was a philosophy book. And I'd never read philosophy before. And sitting outside and around the cactus all around me, I opened the book and started reading and understood every word. It's like, wow, I really get this. Where is this coming from? And so it was an amazing spark for me into what I was looking for, how my mind worked. And so I started reading a lot of books from that time, Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance, The Road Less Traveled, if any of you are familiar with those. And after college, I just did whatever flowed naturally for me. I was the director of an advertising agency for several years, which combined my innate, creativity, my love of creativity with my experience in business that I got from my family, who was all entrepreneur, small business people. So I combined those two things and started off my career in marketing. And the next time I really felt a big emergence was after I'd been married for a few years and I was ready for a family. And I expected motherhood to come naturally to me as it was to all of my peers, but it didn't. It was very hard for me. And I really went through a dark night of the soul, as maybe some of you can relate, because I was sent into despair. I felt like I had no control no matter what I did. I felt very alone. And so again, I didn't have any guidance or anyone that I knew that could help me through this. And I began to explore and seek out different coping mechanisms for myself, such as expressive art and spinning, which I still love to do, and meditation and creative visualization and journaling that turned into a book. And I went through several years of in vitro fertilization, which is IVF. And those modalities really helped me to get through and became a very rich source of expression that I was able to create and put out into the world, even though I was unable to create something else, this life that I was trying to create. So fortunately, it worked, and I had a son and twin girls, and I was overjoyed. And I really believe that experience through infertility made me a better mother than I would have ever been without that challenge. And the day that my two little girls, my twin little girls, walked off to the bus stop to college, to kindergarten, I asked myself, what now? How can I reemerge? How can I combine these things that I love and that I have experience in into bundle it into something? And over the years, I've been keeping a list of ideas in a book that I called literally the big book of everything. It said the big book of everything on it, I wrote. And I opened up that book and I thought about and felt into it and came up with an idea to create a line of t-shirts that would be called inspirational activewear, where each t-shirt would have an inspirational message. And they would say things like live, love, laugh, and enjoy the journey, and simplify, and in the moment, and all of these things. This is the early 2000s. And so this was not a thing then. And I packaged them in what are these little containers that look like clear Chinese food cartons and put a little fortune cookie in it that had a customized message, and made this package and called these t-shirts Unity, teas that unite mind, body, and soul. And I just took a leap. It wasn't perfect. I didn't know what I was doing, just took an action and saw what happened, and went to a boutique show and brought my t-shirts, and they just clicked with people. People were like just really just, just like if they had this visceral reaction to the t-shirts. They're like, oh, strength, I want that. And in the moment, I want that. And it was that they wanted to attract and embody these words, these messages. And I'm like, wow, this is really amazing that I'm able to package and put together everything that I love, and that to find that the world was met with a hunger in the world for that. And there was a moment where I was at a home show, a boutique show. And I was in someone's home, and we were raising money for cancer research. And the person who was hosting the show had cancer and was going through treatment. And she was upstairs while we were all downstairs in her house during the fundraiser. And she was just too sick to come down. She couldn't get herself together. And although everyone was there for her, she just did not have the power inside of her and the strength to come downstairs. And as the event was wrapping up, she pulled herself together and came downstairs. And as she was walking down the stairs, she was wearing one of my t-shirts that said strength. And then that's when I knew it was more, this was not about t-shirts. This was about emotion and feeling and creating and visualizing. And that was a very, very powerful moment. And so that was just very striking time. And shortly after that, I was plucked from obscurity and landed a spot backstage at the Swag Lounge at the Golden Globes to swag all of the movie stars and TV stars with my t-shirts. And I was just a little guy there, and I was among all these other big brands and, Tropicana and Spanx and all that. And yet, I brought so much energy and power that we really made a mark on this show, and it was fantastic. And so things were really going along great, and I kept following my intuition and weaving my passions, continually weaving them into my work, and combine my love of music into the t-shirts company and the line, and created a line of necklaces that were 45 record adapter necklaces. And some of you that are old enough may know that 45 record adapters are a mandala shaped disc that you put inside of a 45 record on a record player so that you can listen to it. It fills the hole. And I just love that shape. And I turned them into silver necklaces and put, different cool inspirational messages on them, like find your center and what goes around comes around. And was invited to be a part of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame 50th anniversary concerts. And so I created all these different messages, these different necklaces. I made one for Aretha Franklin that said respect. I made one for Bruce Springsteen that said born to run. I made one for Lenny Kravitz that said let love rule. And was able to meet these legends that I had admired for so long, and see them wearing my necklaces, my creations. And just as a funny thing, I was talking to Smokey Robinson, and he came up to me, and I said, "Hey, Smokey, would you do me a favor and wear this necklace on stage when you go on HBO to perform?" And he said, "Sure, Tami, I'll go out there." And he walked right out of the lounge and on stage to do a duet with Stevie Wonder. And he has the 45 record adapter necklace on him, and there's a big close up. And this necklace is right here. And he's singing, you know, take a good look at my face. And everybody in the swag lounge was like, oh my God, you know, Tropic, it was Netflix and Bacardi, and they're all like, oh my God, Unity, that's amazing. And the reason why I'm sharing these stories with you is because they were all training ground for this festival. And part of my emerging consciousness story. Next, I came to, I pivoted and became to integrate into the body and started marketing within the fitness industry and launched independent fitness studios and launched big fitness franchises to help people change their lives through fitness. And I designed spin classes and programs with heart and soul in them, and created musical journey playlists, and got involved in this because I wanted to be in the field of change and transformation, and part of a company or something that was bigger than myself. But yet it was still leaving parts of me unfilled. I was revving high in the sales and marketing and fitness side, but was still out of balance. And I found myself at a crossroads. And a dream of mine was always to go back to school and finally declare my major. And for 12 years, I had my eye on this program at Institute for Transpersonal Psychology, now called SOFIA. And it was now time for me to go back to school and declare my major. And I finally got my master's in transpersonal psychology and my coaching certification. And I knew that finally I was home. And all of the things that I studied there are what you will get a taste of and get to experience here. And it's all very multidisciplinary, multidimensional, so that you can put the pieces together however you want. And now I'm a coach and on the faculty at SOFIA, and a Wild Woman Circle leader, which I love. And this festival to me is like one of those inspirational activewear t-shirts all packaged up. It's a combination of everything that I've learned, everything I love, everything I believe in, and everything I want for the world. And it's all here for you in this container of the Emerging Consciousness Festival. And instead of the Golden Globes or HBO, it is this. And this is where those ideas, this is bigger than t-shirts, bigger than anything. This is where all of their ideas, our co-creation can come to life. It's about consciousness raising. So I invite you to reflect on your own emerging consciousness story for clues and signs that may lead you to new awarenesses and guiding purpose. They're all messages in there. So I know that was a lot, and I'd like to check in with you now and do a little poll. And I'm going to launch this poll. And okay, can everyone see that? So awesome. Thank you, Alex, for letting me know, Karen. So this is a poll that asks the question, where are you on your path, right? So get creative, using water as a metaphor. What is your relationship with emerging consciousness? Dipping my toe in, maybe a lot of this content is new to you. Are you night swimming? Maybe you're experiencing a dark night of the soul. Are you floating on the surface and know that there's a lot below to discover? Are you flowing in these waters? Maybe very comfortable here. You're breathing these topics every day. Or maybe you're a deep diver and you're a teacher or you lead your own community. I'm asking that you only select one choice here, whichever you feel most represents you. We have about 62% of the vote in. I'm going to wait till we get just a little bit more in, and then I'm going to share the results with you. And hopefully it's going to teach you a little something about where you are. And listen, it's all good. It's all okay. Wherever we are is where we are meant to be and where we will all meet each other. Oh, I love how Fernanda says, I'm surfing the wave. That's a good one. Oh, I'll add that one next time. Thank you. She's a yoga instructor. That's perfect. Surfing the wave. Yes, yes. Wonderful. Thank you for adding your own. Terrific. I love that. Okay. We almost have everybody in, but I'm going to share the results now. I don't want you to have to wait any longer. Let's see what we have. Okay. So can everyone see that? It's the first time I've done a poll before. All right. So let's see. We have dipping my toe in. 13% of you say that a lot of this content is new. 4% are night swimming or perhaps experiencing a dark night of the soul. We are here for you. 29% are floating on the surface. Great. I hope you discover a lot more here. 43% is flowing in these waters, breathing these topics. Wonderful, wonderful. I hope there's more for you to flow into here and to reinforce and to re-inspire you. And 11% are deep divers, teachers that lead their own community. Welcome, welcome. So that's wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing your experience with us. I have one more poll question I want to ask. And let me see how I could do that again. All right, got it. Here's another poll. What do you hope to take away from this experience? So here I've made it so that you can choose more than one. What are you hoping to receive or take away from the Emerging Consciousness Festival? A little bit of inspiration? Do you need some soulful guidance? Are you looking for how to apply these ideas to your work, to your life? Are you looking for a teacher or a program to support you? Are you looking for a like-hearted community? I certainly hope you find that. And as these results come in, we have about 60% of the results in so far. And getting a good sense of this. And a lot of people, I'm sure, are choosing more than one, and that is great. So got a couple more people voting in. Give it 10 more seconds. And I'm going to end the poll now and share the results with you. So it looks like we have 47% who are here for a little bit of inspiration. Wonderful. I hope that you get more than a little bit of inspiration here. 35% for soulful guidance, 63% on how to apply these ideas to my work and life. And I certainly hope that we can dive into that more together. And then, sorry, Sarah, you're back on. I see you're on the screen. Thank you. Sorry about that. And 9% looking for a teacher or a program, and 50% here to find a like-hearted community. And welcome, I'm welcoming you in, and I hope that everyone here can feel and sense into the beauty of this community already. Okay, great. So now let's get into the second part of our session here together. And my hope is really that those who are called here really get exactly what you need and are inspired in whatever way you can to bring your gifts into the world to move humanity forward. So please give this your full participation. And whether you're taking this in from the recording or from home or from live, just really make the space for yourself right now to get fully present. And let's just get ready for this massive consciousness shift as we begin our topic of entering the white space of receptivity. And to begin, I would like to offer a candle lighting ritual to connect us with the sacred and feel into everyone's presence here and enter that liminal space together. May this flame represent and spark your insights. May it burn away whatever no longer serves you. And may it illuminate our path and have new things emerge for us out of this flame. Oh, thank you. I'm just going to set that down where I can see it. And so I just want to ask a prompt. When I say to you, for me, what is white space? Can you just put in the chat one word to fill in that blank? White space is. Oh, Emma says, the light of your heart is sparkling white. Oh, that's beautiful. Taryn says, light. Lana, purity. Oh, presence. Harmony says, creativity. Kathy, white space is a container, beautiful. Karen, a blank canvas. Oh, these are coming so fast. They're all so beautiful. So I hope you are all seeing these with me. Clarissa, presence, the presence. This emergence. Deborah, ready to receive. C, no attachment. Drew, tabula rasa. Oh, I love these. Oh, they're going so fast. I'm just taking them all in. I'm going to read just 3 more. Cindy, PR, peace. Deb, white space, a new canvas. Linda, the luminous. Oh, I'm just breathing that all in. Thank you. That's beautiful. So for me, white space is the beginning. the unknown, the, in creativity, it's known as the incubation period. The blank page, someone said that. The place where co-creation begins. And it's also the first phase of my 4-phase model of transformation called the kaleidoscope theory, going from chaos to clarity. And white space is where that model all begins. And I'll share more about that on my webinar on April 1st. But today we're going to focus on the white space aspect. And as we are here to take in all of this rich and perhaps challenging or exciting material and content, let us first let go of what we think we already know so that something new can emerge. And we can enter the portal of possibility and potentiality. We must first empty our cup. And you may know the story. You might have heard this. I think it's worth repeating if you have. About the university professor who wanted to learn about Zen and went to call on a Japanese master to teach him about it. And the master invited him in and offered to talk to him over a cup of tea. And as they chatted, the master proceeds to fill the professor's teacup, and it begins to overflow. And he keeps pouring, and as the professor is watching, he can no longer contain himself, and he says, "Stop, the cup is already full. There's no more room." And the Zen master turns to the professor and says, "Like this teacup, you are too full of your own ideas and opinions. You must first empty yourself of all that you know before I can teach you about Zen." So I'm hoping that in this white space, we are emptying our cup. And for me, although I'm a transformative coach, I interviewed 23 amazing people that had so much to share. And I did not approach these interviews as a coach or to show what I know. I entered in the spirit of curiosity, of receptivity, in the spirit of fearless and experiential learning. And, to be honest, this process has been quite the initiation. And in some of these times, the presentations resonated more with me than others. And sometimes I felt leaving not so complete and wanted to explore more. And that's okay. And so that's the spirit that I hope that you enter into this into. And so I'm curious now that we've talked about white space. Oh, Meg says, please consider that white space is not inclusive and may affect BIPOC as a microaggression. Okay, thank you. That's a great point. And so my intention is to mean white as in empty or blank. And maybe I should consider a new, yes. And Karen says white is an inclusive melding of all colors. That's another way to look at it. And I thank you for that thoughtful comment. And I will, think about that and make sure that I have a raised awareness about that. I really appreciate that. And I love vivid conversation. So this is wonderful. And since you're in the chat, I'd like to ask you, And I'm just going to call it white space for now, as in the white or empty or blank page, the open space. What are some ways that you may empty or clear yourself to make white space? If you could put those in the chat, I would love to hear about some of your ways. Yeah, Taryn says meditation. Beautiful. Yes. Anything else? Anything else come up for you? Sarah says taking a bath. Yes. Karen says breathing. Skylar says journaling. Leslie says mindfulness. Lana says nature. Charlotte, she's struggling at the moment, but cold water, swimming. Katie says napping. Wonderful, wonderful. Kim says hiking. Oh, Deb says believing. Livia, acceptance. Karen, Barack, playing the piano. Jism, meditation. Marjorie, getting into my body. Oh, wonderful. I'm going to read just a couple more. Lauren, breath work. Mark, emptying. Lainey, time with animals. Wow. I can't wait to read all of these afterwards. And I hope you are continuing to look at the chat for these beautiful offerings of white space. And even though we may be, feel like in those times that we aren't really doing anything, that in this pause, in this space, we are integrating. Even in our sleep, our dreams, our unconscious is integrating. So it's important to make sure that you take your time for that and aren't really underusing or overusing that phase, that white space phase. And in coaching, it's the way that I enter, with permission, all of my sessions with my clients is to create some white space together. And in that sacred silence, those moments where nothing is being said, that's where the integration is happening. And that's where their biggest aha moments take place. So really honor that in yourself. And to really practice that and to embody that, I'd like to invite you now into a short practice that was first taught to me by Maya Luna. She's going to be, she's a speaker in this festival. I hope you check out her work. She's a tantric poet. She's fantastic. And you could do this right here, right now, right where you're sitting. And it's just going to take a minute. So just create a little bit of white space and openness for you right now. You can either close your eyes or keep them open, whatever you choose. If you close your eyes, we'll be going more internally. That might be something that you need right now. And this is going to be a practice of release. So before we begin, let's just take in 3 breaths together, just deep presencing breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And again, in through the nose. Feel the expansiveness. Exhaling out through the mouth. And one more time, in through the nose. And out through the mouth. Now take your hands and close them. Put them out in front of you and close them and literally make a fist. as though you're grasping, you're gripping. And imagine in your fist is all the things that you are clinging to. All the things that you know, all the things that you have, those things that you don't want to let go of. And as you think of those things, squeeze your fists tighter and tighter and tighter. And feel how in this way, the constricting, the holding, the grasping, the attachment is all in your fists right now, squeezing as hard as you can. Feel the blood stopping. Feel the closed offness. And now, very slowly as you can, begin to loosen your grip. Even slower, as slow as you can go. And begin to feel the blood start to flow. The openness, the letting go. Keep opening and feeling, what does this feel like? This opening palm, letting go of that gripping, letting go of that grasping, and instead opening and allowing, opening and welcoming in the vastness of possibility. What happens to your heart when you let go? Did you notice a change in your breath? Can you feel the beauty and the power in letting go? And what happened for you? If you would like to share into the chat, as you opened, what did you feel and what may be entering? What are you allowing to enter into this new space? Guru Prim, I hope I said that right. I probably didn't. Guru Prim said the power of gratefulness. That is beautiful. Thank you. Dave felt deep heart centering. Judy felt relief. Deborah felt a lightness. C. Colex felt openness and flow. Mark, the ground that encompasses all. Thank you. Beautiful, beautiful. Karen. Wow, there's a lot of really, really beautiful and reflections and sharing here. Oh, beautiful. I'm just taking them in, and I hope that you are too. I see all of them. I feel all of them. Thank you for your sharing. And so, it all starts with now a curiosity. What am I creating in this open space? So as you go through your day, you can have a curiosity practice and slow down and take note of all the wondrous things and allow yourself to experience the suchness of things. how things just as they already are, as they are, as you're seeing people and familiar objects for the first time. And notice how it heightens your awareness. You can ask questions that can orient you to these new awarenesses and these new discoveries of potentials and learning, such as, where is this experience taking me? Who might I become if I follow this path? And what meaning can I derive from this experience? So as you're watching and taking in these presentations that you're about to see in a little while later, I invite you to pay attention to your body and how it responds. Just like that fist, where is there resistance or constricting? This may show you where there are blocks, and try to open and allow. Where are you feeling a sense of aliveness? Maybe an emotion, an energy in motion happening when you're taking this in. What thoughts, what feelings or thoughts might be feeling fixed or in place? Try to loosen those up. And when you're curious and allow those things and focus on those barriers and those places of excitement and aliveness, those can open you to new awarenesses and having new things emerge. It's a dancing in the unknown. It's a form of surrender. So practice and listen to learn. Orient your ears to listen to learn, not to know, not to prove you're right. And listen with love. And so, they're just embodying this material in this way really helps it to stick. And so if you're taking the 3 kind of angles, I'm just going to draw a triangle here where it's language, emotion, and posture. Authenticity and alignment comes from aligning all 3. Walking your walk, talking your talk, and really showing up as all these things aligned, putting your actions and your thoughts in alignment with what your desires are, what your feelings are, what you want to make happen. That's how people will know that you're congruent, that you're aligned. And as I was looking at this, it occurred to me that this is also like music. The language is the lyrics piece. The emotion is the melody. And the posture is the way our bodies move, the way that we dance. So I invite you to take this journey of embodiment and really try to combine all of these aspects in this time we have together. And I see that we have just a few minutes left in this session, and I wanted to open it up to some questions. Oh, Dave noticed that not everyone is commenting to all attendees, so only, so you may not be seeing all of the beautiful comments here. Thank you for that, Dave. I'm gonna post the chat with the recording if you're interested. I certainly am gonna come back and read it. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to take them now about something we've done today or something about the festival. And while you're composing your questions, I want to invite you to check out my free gift, which is about getting out of your head. It's about creative ways to make decisions, creative ways to get unstuck. And a lot of my times, my clients are like, I just keep overthinking and thinking, and you have this whole big loop that goes on and you get stuck. And so in this free gift, I offer some quick techniques that you can do to get out of your head and to get into your intuition and into your body and bypass that overthinking, overactive mind to help you make some decisions. And okay, Sarah's pointing to the Kaleidoscope Lounge Facebook page, the link there. I appreciate that. I'll be taking your questions there. I'll be on that page today, and I'd love to meet you there, and I'll be checking in and answering any questions you have, and I'd love to hear more about your insights. And Sarah's posted that up there. And as we close out, I have all of these beautiful gems that I hope that you will be collecting from this festival and from all of these 24 wonderful presentations, immersive performances. You're really in for some treats. And I hope that you take all of these beautiful, beautiful gems and share them with the world and let the Emerging Consciousness Festival begin. Oh, I hope to see you soon. Yay! I love you all. Thank you for being here, and I will see you soon. Thank you so much for your time.